my name is Vivian, and this is my week 6 video regarding the sheep's heart. So this is it. I mean, I trimmed it a little bit, but it's pretty much trimmed. I'm going to show you the external and the internal anatomy. So externally, this is the pericardium, not the pericard. I mean, actually, yeah, it's the visceral pericardium, the epicardium. This is it right here. It's the outside surrounding of the heart. Then this is the apex right here, and this is the base. So the apex and the base. And the right and left atrium. So this is the right atrium right here. So this is the right atrium. Then the left atrium is right here. So the right and the left. It might be different from where you're looking at. It's a little bit inverted because it's a video, but this is my right side, so there's the right atrium, and then the left atrium. And then in the right atrium, the blood is deoxygenated because this is because it's coming from the rest of the body to the heart to be oxygenated. So the right atrium is deoxygenated blood. It starts from here, then goes to the lungs to be oxygenated. Then on the left atrium, when it comes back from the lungs, then it becomes oxygenated blood. This is the blood that goes to the rest of our body. The right auricle is right here, as you can see it, it's right here. Then the left auricle is right here. The left auricle is, it functions as a decompression chamber. So this functions as a decompression chamber when the atrial or the systole blood pressure is up. And some research also shows that it contains cells called the cardiac progenitor cells that can help to regenerate cardiac muscle cells, such as for people who had MI, myocardial infarction, or whatnot. And also the right auricle is right here in the right atrium. It's very, very muscular, and it functions to collect the oxygenated blood from bloodstream, and it moves it to the right ventricle of the heart. So that's actually the right one right here. The left one, it's the decompression when the blood pressure is up right here. And the interventricular sulcus is actually this one right here. That's the interventricular sulcus. It contains the great cardiac vein and the coronary artery. It's like this is where they merge together. And when you see it like this, it's like a marker that separates the right from the left ventricle. So this is the interventricular sulcus. Then the pulmonary trunk. The pulmonary trunk, I'll show you. This is the pulmonary trunk right here. This one right here. That's the pulmonary trunk. The blood here is deoxygenated. The blood in the, wait, hold on. That's not the pulmonary trunk. The pulmonary trunk is right here. This part, sorry. Yeah, that's the pulmonary trunk. It takes the deoxygenated blood towards the lungs. So the blood from here, it goes to the lungs to fill with oxygen, and then carbon is exchanged for oxygen. So this is where it goes. pulmonary trunk to the lungs. And then the aorta. So the aorta, this is our aorta basically. This is the aorta right here. This part right here, it has a lot of branches, but this is the main aorta. Aorta is the biggest artery or the largest artery in our body. It's about like a foot long. It's about a foot long, an inch in diameter, and it carries oxygenated blood. So this is the blood that already went to the lungs to exchange carbon dioxide and give oxygen, and this is where everything goes basically to the systemic circuit, to the head, the brain, to our limbs, to neck, and everywhere, the peripheral system. So from the aorta, it goes out to the different parts of the body, in the peripheral system, in the abdomen, and places like that for the organs. So this is it right here. And the ascending aorta. The ascending aorta, this is like, there's like a lot in here, so the ascending aorta is this one. It's the ascending aorta. It's 2 inches long, and this is where the coronary arteries branch off to supply it basically supplies the head and then the neck. I mean, not the head and the neck, but it supplies the heart itself with the blood. So the ascending aorta is very important. It's the blood supply of the heart. So it is somewhere, it's like right here. And the aortic arch. So the aortic arch, you can't really see the arch, but it's this one. Then it separates into this is the brachiocephalic, and then this is the brachiocephalic, and then there is the left subclavian vein. It's somewhere around here. The left subclavian vein. This is the brachiocephalic. The left subclavian vein is somewhere right here. And then the left common carotid. The left common carotid is right here. That's the left common carotid artery. So that's the main branches of the aorta. And then I mean, it's somewhere around here, but you can't really see it, the left and then the left subclavian and the left common carotid, because of how they cut it. But you can clearly see the brachiocephalic. It's this one right here. It has it bifurcates, but this is the brachiocephalic right here. Then the superior vena cava. This is the superior vena cava right here. Superior vena cava is right here, and then the inferior vena cava is supposed to be somewhere right here. This is my heart, sorry. This is the heart, and it's supposed to be somewhere right here. That's actually the biggest vein, and they're the ones, that's where the supply of the deoxygenated blood from the rest of the body, it goes to the heart, to go to the lungs to get some oxygen, and then to the rest of the body, to the tissues. And the coronary sinus. It's a little difficult to see the coronary sinus, but it's somewhere right here. It's very difficult to see. It's like right here. Coronary sinus is like the crown because it encircles the heart. So that's the coronary artery. Oh, not the artery, but the coronary sinus. I'm sorry. It collects blood from the myocardium. So the coronary sinus collects blood from the myocardium, and these are veins. So you can't really see it here because it's covered with fat, and you can't see the blueness of the deoxygenated blood. But it's usually a vein. So in pictures it will be. Okay guys, I opened up the inside of the heart, so this is what the inside looks like. The pectinate in the inner wall of the right atrium is, if you can see it, it's right here. That's the pectinate. Sorry, it's hard because it's very muscly. So this is the pectinate right here. That's the pectinate of the right atrium. And then the myocardium is this. It's very tough because it's a muscle. So this is the myocardium right here. It's very tough. And as you can see, the myocardium in the left is much more than on the myocardium is much more on the left than on the right, because the left ventricle pumps greater pressure rather than the right. It's about 120 millimeters of mercury that it pumps, so it needs all that that muscle and everything so it can pump the blood back to the rest of our body. So that's why it has thicker myocardium than the right ventricle. Then the trabeculae carneae of the ventricles, as you can see, these ones. See these ones right here? It's hard to see, but I'll show you from the right. Oh wow, it's hard. It's this one. Those like little ridges. Those are the trabeculae carneae. Then the interventricular septum, you can see it's this one. It's hard to see because of all the valves, so it's the middle. It's a septum, it's middle, separating the right from the left. Then the bicuspid valve is on the left side. Let me show you. I cut some of it, but yeah. This is the bicuspid valve right here on the left. Then the tricuspid valve. You can see it's like I cut those fiber stuff. Those are the valves right here, the one that connects. Basically, it's right there. That's the tricuspid valve. The chordae tendineae. These are the chordae tendineae. They're like tendons, like not like tendons, but they're like the ones that's sticking there. And then the cusps of the valve. The cusps are right here. The cusps are on top. So the cusps of the valve are right here. Those are the cusps. Then the papillary muscle. The papillary muscle is right here. That's like the papillary muscle. Then the pulmonary semilunar valve is somewhere right here. Pulmonary semilunar, somewhere right here. Then the aortic semilunar. I don't know if you can see it, but it is somewhere. It's somewhere right here. I don't know if it got cut off, but it's somewhere right here. It's like a little valve by the left atrium, right here. That's the aortic semilunar. As you can see, our heart is a very complex organ and very, very interesting. This is my first time seeing the inside of a heart, so it's very fascinating to me, and it just looks like the ones in the picture. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.